Okay, hi. So we survived our trip up to Michigan, Detroit. We survived the two PET scans and survived the two sedations. Today is Friday, and so I wanted to give you guys a little dose. What I want to do is I want to tell you a little bit about TSC. I'm going to try to every Friday from now on to tell you a couple of things about TSC, so that way if you're ever just joining in once a week, I'm giving you information about this disease. Well, it's genetic and it can be passed down from family members, as well as it is sporadic, meaning it just comes up out of nowhere. None of your family members may have it, but all of a sudden one of your children do. So that's one of the awkward things about this disease is your family can have it, and you could already know that your child could have it, or you may not even know. Another really bad side effect is the skin involvement in TSC. There will be such things called ash leaf spots or marks. Basically, it's pigment it's white pigment in your skin. You have your skin color, and there may be a patch that would be like a scar, but it's not. It's the best way to describe it is it kind of looks like a scar, but there is no down indentation. There's just a white spot where there's no pigment, there's no um freckles, there's nothing. It's just a white patch, a white spot. Now they can look like tiny little ones or big ones. Now my daughter has one that's about this size on her leg, and it literally it takes up almost this entire child's leg. And for her only being 3 and it already taken up the entire size of her leg, I realized that when she grows up and as she grows, that eventually it will be her entire leg, and it will be as much as it is now. As well as you can get face involvement of it, which would be little red bumps that look like pimples, but they're not pimples, and you can't pop them. So far we can tell that my daughter, has one on her nose, and it literally looks like a pimple, literally, and it just it looks like a pimple. And there's another one right here on her cheek, and it's a little red spot. And then there's another one up here, near closer to like her eye. And then I noticed there's a few more on the bridge of her nose, well, right down here on her nose. Um, and we could see them really well yesterday, because they did what was called an EEG that goes along with the PET scan. And when they did that, she was very mad. She does not like EEG, so she was very mad. And her face was as red as an apple. And you could clearly see it. You could clearly see them. They were very distinctive. And so there right there is my little bit of information about TSC. On to our trip. We had a late start, and I discovered that my engine coolant is leaking into my engine. So we saw smoke coming from the engine, as well as a very nasty smell. When we pulled over and contacted my dad, he stated to us that it was, wow, my washing machine is very loud. Apparently it's not even. Um, Anyways, he stated that you won't break down from it, and that as long as we could drive up there to him, he could help us fix it. So we went ahead and we continued with our trip. Now, also, my car is about 13 years old. It's a 94 Toyota Camry. And it was the top of the line when this thing was first freaking made. And So, you know, it's old. And it's breaking down. And we just don't have the money to replace this stupid car. And just recently, my husband replaced the struts and shocks on it. And it's not going well. This car ain't going well. And, my cigarette lighter doesn't work. So we've been trying to replace this stupid thing with one that looks decent in the car and works. Well, we got one from the Advanced Auto Parts, and it kept blowing fuses. And we were sitting in the parking lot trying to get this stupid thing to work so we could have a GPS. Because we had no idea where we were going, and we really wanted that GPS. So we're sitting in the parking lot trying to get this stupid GPS to work, and we blew at least 12 fuses. 12! Figuring out that the device that they had handed to us was either manufactured improperly or something, but it kept blowing off fuses. We put in another one that I don't like using because it has like this, I don't know, you can't open the stupid thing to stick the thingy in it. The male part into the female part has a little thing covering it, and it's possible to open. So I don't like using it. So what we did is, instead of having to replace it, take it in and out, we just stuck a divider in it. It has two cigarette lighter thingies and USBs as well, and it worked. So my car gave us a few troubles to get up there. But as for the test, it was fine. The test, there was no problem, no complications. They were typical, just as you want to call it, routine tests. What they're doing is they're doing these two PET scans. One is in its beginning phase of it's being studied and whatnot, and waiting for the FDA to approve it. And because it's only specifically designed for children who have TSC, it doesn't get used very often. And all it is a different isotope that they use. And you specifically have to have the isotope specifically made for you as a patient, which is cool. They usually don't do that. So it's a very long test. Not only do you have to wait about an hour and 45 minutes to do it, but it also takes about 2 hours to do the test. That was the longest test we've ever had. Well, that she was sedated for, I guess I could say. Because we did have that long-term monitoring EEG for 5 days. But this is one of the longer tests that she was sedated for. And they used the Nebutol, which she has a paradoxical reaction to. In other words, she doesn't tolerate it very well. She does exactly opposite of what they would like to see, which is they would like to see the patient fall asleep very quickly and wake up very easily and happy and content. She does not go to sleep very easily with it, and she does not wake up pretty and happy. But somehow they managed to combo it with Vorticid, and it worked very nicely. It was godsend. I mean, really, it was. She was able to use Nebutol and not go all kind of like crazy on us. So it was really, really nice. And the tests were fine. They worked fine. We don't have the results to them yet, and I don't know when we will get the results. But as for now, there are no results. We have no results at all in this stupid screensaver. So when we get the results, I will update you guys, and hopefully I can make another video tomorrow, because trying to get a 2-day thing into a 10-minute video is really hard. But that's pretty much all I'm going to say for now, and we'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. Bye.